Matt here. Just wanted to talk about Scrapeboard Profiles. So, under the Profiles tab, pretty straightforward. This is another great example of where it's going to be really important for you to take some time, open up a web browser, go to some forums, register, go through everything, and create some profiles so you can see what it takes and see what it looks like so that you can understand what's going on here. Otherwise, it's just going to be like stabbing around in the dark for you. So once you do that though and you have a good understanding of it, you can go through here and we can create our profiles. Also bearing in mind if we create this profile with one username set up and then we use that same username set up on that same forum to go and make posts, the forum is obviously going to drag in our signature that we create right here from the forum profile into every single post that we make. So just keep that in mind. The most profiles are going to have a spot for a homepage title and a homepage URL. So I just threw some stuff in here. Your location is going to be your physical location, like US, Canada, Detroit, whatever, or whatever you want to put. Some people put goofy things. These are just your instant messaging logins or IDs rather, so that people can get a hold of you. Probably a good idea to put one or two of those in there or all of them just so that you look more real. The actual signature you're going to make here, bearing in mind a couple things. It's a forum, so it supports forum code here, not HTML code, and then it also supports spinnable text, so I can put in stuff there, and like the best water in the planet. Once I've got my signature in there, definitely want to preview, always want to preview. It's going to show you right here exactly what it's going to look like. I can spin the text and get different things, but if you mess this up, you're going to, it's really easy to look like a spammer if you mess up a little bit of your code, and you definitely want to preview it. I can load up a custom avatar, and then I got to give this profile a name, and once I give it a name I hit save and it throws it down here and it just duplicated it. I can update that later, or I can actually delete that so that I just have that one, and when you click on each one it's going to do that. And then I can of course do new profiles, which will give me a whole name or database to save all these profiles in, and it lets me work with that database when I have here, and then of course I can load them and delete them. Once I have that loaded up, I would select my forum accounts, and then it'll bring in all of that information, and I can hit start, of course, and it's going to run through and try to, on all the ones I have active forums, it's going to try to make forum profiles for me, and then it's going to keep track of what works and what doesn't. Of course, I can start and I can abort, and then when I'm done with it, I can release it and then load up a different forum account to make profiles on. And then of course my connection settings are here, and then I can do this create when profile is public. So all that said and done, pretty easy to make profiles, and then it'll, over on the list manager tab is where you can export those profiles that are created, but that's a different video. So that wraps it up for profiles.